So you're thinking about moving to Chandler and your budget is in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range, then stick around because today I'm going to show you 4 different homes ranging from the low 400s up until right before $500,000, and we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Jake Augeri and I am a local market expert here in the Chandler area. I get calls and texts from people all the time who are interested in potentially moving to the area and just want to know more about neighborhoods and schools and all of those different things. And so if that's you, would you reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, or write me an email, and I would love to be a resource for you to help you decide what is best for you in your current situation. I'm standing today right outside of Chandler High School, and when people think about Chandler, one of the great things is that this is one of the highest ranked school districts in all of Arizona. In fact, on some websites, it is the #1. They have a student to teacher ratio of around 19 to 1, just slightly below 19. There's about 45,000 students, give or take a few, and so really, Chandler is a great option if you are thinking about the importance of schools in raising your family here. Chandler High School is also one of the high school football powerhouses. Every single year you will hear about how they are near the very top of the rankings. And so really, Chandler is a great place to live. There's all kinds of unique activities. Just about a half mile south of us is the downtown Chandler area where they've got restaurants and breweries and workspaces and all of those sorts of things. And so I'm so excited to show you around the city today. So stick around, and if there's any way I can be a resource for you, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to reach out to me. Thanks so much, and I will see you at our first stop. All right, we are coming up on our first listing here in the $400,000 price range. It's right behind me. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, about 1,061 square foot property that is listed at $415,000. That puts the price per square foot for this particular property at about $391, which at the time we're recording is super high for Chandler. So the average right now is around $285, but as it relates to kind of the Chandler area, things are really popping right now. And so I would expect even a house that is that high overpriced to still move here in Chandler. We're in a really great community. This is called the Dawn community, and it's obviously run by an HOA. All of the houses are relatively similar paint colors, and it just has a really neat and manicured feel. There's a community pool here. In terms of location, so we are right kind of in the west central part of Chandler. So we're at the major crossroads of Rural and Ray. And so what you'll see is that about 1.5 miles west of us is the 10 freeway, which that's kind of the interstate. So that'll take you north and south a little bit, and then it's going to curve west. And so that's how you get to California if you're trying to drive there. And then just about 1.5 miles east of us is the 101, and that'll take you north and south throughout Phoenix. So really, you're in a great spot here. The schools are wonderful in this area. Chandler's really well known for their schooling system. And so overall, it's a great neighborhood. So let's take a drive around, and I will see you at our next stop. All right, we are coming up on our next listing here. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,509 square foot property, and it is listed at $450,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $298. So it's a little high for Chandler, but again, things are really moving fast here right now with such limited inventory. At the time we're recording this, in this price point, there were only like 44 homes available in all of Chandler. So tight inventory is kind of making things go fast regardless of their price. You know, there are exceptions to that where if it's, extremely high price, then it may sit for a little bit. But as a general rule, things are moving right now. This is a neighborhood that is not maintained by an HOA. And one of the things that you'll see kind of as you look around, and I'll show you as we're driving through, is that these homes are older. So they were built in the 60s. And so one of the common things that you'll see here in Arizona with that is that less of the houses will have garages. Some of them will, like this one right behind me. But in generally speaking, the older the home is, at least here in the valley, there's less garages. And so some people don't mind that. Other people really want to have a garage. You know, my wife and I, at our last house, we had a garage, and the one we're currently living in was built again, right around the middle of the century. So about, 49 or 48, and it doesn't have a garage. And, there are some things that we miss about it, but other things that it doesn't bother us all that much. So with these houses, what you do see behind is that there's an alleyway, and so the dump trucks will come back here and they'll pick up the trash. And so, this neighborhood, all in all, even though it's not run by an HOA, it still does feel relatively well maintained, and, I'm not seeing too many junkers. So with that being said, let me take a drive around and I'll show you the rest of the neighborhood, and then we'll make it to our next stop. All right, we are coming up on our next property here right behind me. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,468 square foot property that is listed just below $470,000. Puts the price per square foot at right around $320, which again, in Chandler is a little bit high, but this neighborhood is great. It feels so well put together, and it's not run by an HOA. And so you kind of have the added bonus of the neighborhood having a nice and clean, maintained feeling without having to pay, the north of $100 monthly fee. And so in terms of location, where we are in Chandler right now is we are right around Dobson, in between Warner and Ray. And so we're in a neighborhood called Tierra Dobson, and it's got a really great feel to it. There's lots of big trees around. There's a park, there's some schools right in the area. And so really this has an awesome feel to it. We are right in central Chandler. So just about a mile west of us is the 101. So you can go north and south. About a mile and a half to the southeast of us is the downtown area. And so really you have access to pretty much everywhere that you want to go in Chandler. And so I'm going to take a drive around, and I will see you guys at our last stop. Coming here. All right, we're at our final property here today. This is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,724 square foot property that is listed at $485,000. That puts the price per square foot at right around $281, which is actually a little bit low, but this neighborhood is so fascinating. There's only like a handful of homes in here, and they all look exactly the same. And so it's really just this kind of enclosed community that's behind a gate, and it also backs right up to Ray Road. So this property has actually been on the market for a number of months now, and I'm wondering if people just don't love the feel of kind of this tininess and the road noise that you have as well. And so thanks so much for taking the time today to walk with me around different neighborhoods in Chandler. I hope that you've gotten value out of this, and if you have any questions about neighborhoods or schools or restaurants or anything like that, would you be sure to subscribe to the channel and then reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. You can give me a call, write me an email, or shoot me a text, and I would love to be a resource for you in any way possible. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.